What's going on, guys? This is Mr. Affleck 9916 and welcome back to the MLB 16 The Show, Road to the Show, episode 86. Kind of a boring episode today because it is spring training, but there is some crazy stuff that happens in this episode. Starts out, look at that pitch. That was clearly a strike and they called it a ball. You can go back and look at it again. So, it's 1-0. Here's the next pitch. Oh my gosh, another borderline one that they called a ball. So it's now 3-0. And another borderline pitch. That one was probably a ball, but it could have been called either way. 3 debatable calls, 1 ridiculous call, and it's a strike. Next batter comes in, and look what he does. He goes to hit the ball, and whoops, there goes the bat. Gone. He hit the bat farther than the ball. He didn't even hit the ball, he hit the bat into the outfield, so kind of funny right there. We end up striking him out on a changeup, though. That's what I like to see, I can tell you that. So, 1 out, and a runner on first, and look, another bad call. These umpires are just unbelievable to start out this spring training. We fall behind 3-1, and it misses low. So it's ball 4. My, oh my. Next batter, another bad call. We're behind 2-0. God, it just keeps getting crazier and crazier in this opening game of spring training. Now 3-1. He's gonna hit it on the ground. First baseman fields, throws to second. He gets the force. I don't get the first in time, and the throw one that got there in time. So runners at the corners with 2 outs, and ground ball fielded by the second baseman. Flip to the shortstop. We get out of the game and get the save. Don't let any runs in. But my oh my, what a crazy way to start this spring training. That's pretty much what's going to happen for a lot of the rest of this episode. A ton more bad calls. You'll see them scattered throughout. It just frustrates me so much. As normal with spring training, guys, I'm going through this episode quick. Like, I got the first out in this Braves game before they hit a home run, but I'm not going to show every pitch. I'm not going to show every at-bat. It's just, you know, it's spring training. The games don't matter. I just figured I'd go through it quickly. But there's a lot of drama in this episode, for goodness sakes. A lot of interesting stuff that happened. Next batter's going to double for the Braves, so that's about that for the start of this episode. But continuing on, got a runner on second with 1 out. Next batter, he's just going to hit this on the ground, and it's going to be through for a base hit. Runner will come around third. Here's the throw to the plate. He's going to be out by a mile. Yes, sir, he does get out. That was actually closer than I thought it was going to be, but kaboom. There's 2 gone. Then 1-0 pitch. Another bad call. My, oh my. It's like these umpires are just trying to kill me. The count goes full, 3-2. Swinging a drive, left field, that's into the gap. You can thank the bad calls for this one. Runner's going to come around third, he will score, and the runner's into second with a double. And the Braves are all of a sudden challenging us yet again. 2-2, 2 out to the next batter. We get him swinging and missing at a 99-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone. And we actually get the save despite the fact that we let up 2 runs. But either way, not a good start to our spring training. Playing against the Yankees in our next game. First batter's going to hit this one into right field. That one's going to fall into the gap down to the wall for extra bases. Runner's only 24 speed, so he'll only get into second. But either way, it is a leadoff double here for the Yankees. So now 1 out, runner on second, and they're going to get a line drive up the middle. Don't know why the shortstop wasn't diving at that one. He should have had it. But either way, run scores, and we let up another run. So not good for Jack Davis. It's the 3rd run he's already let up in 3 games. My ERA is at 9.0 after this game. We walk the next batter, and that puts runners on first and second with 1 out. We then get 2 outs and strike out the last batter. So we do get out of the game. We avoid a disaster, but either way, that's still not exactly what we wanted to have happen at all. So next batter comes in, 0-2 count, and he's going to hit a line drive. Actually, this isn't the next batter, this is the next game, playing against the Cardinals. He's going to line out, though. We get the out, flash forward, 2 outs, 1-2 count. This was actually a pretty quick game for Jack Davis, the best game he's played all year. We get a fly ball, center field, and we get the catch. So we actually get a 1-2-3 inning there, which is what we needed, because it's been a rough start to this spring training, but that is nice to see. The Mets will celebrate. Our next thing was a training session. We did pretty good. We got a silver medal. You need 1,200 to get the gold, so we were only 150 points off right there. Not too bad. That would have been nice to get the gold. 400 training points would have been huge, as Donald Trump would say. Oh, goodness. I've been working on my Trump impression since the election, even before the election. I like to do accents and impressions, you guys don't know that, but I've been working on my Trump impression. I haven't pulled it out on my YouTube channel yet. Maybe that's something I should do a video of just for fun, but either way, into our next game, and we're going to get a fly out to start this one out, actually to fairly deep center field, playing off against the Miami Marlins. Then with 2 outs, 3-0 count, we're going to get a sinker just high, so it's going to be ball 4. We do put a guy on base. Next batter comes in, 1-2 count to him. He's going to swing, hit it on the ground. That's going to be up the left side for a base hit. So, there you go. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. The Marlins trying to rally. Next batter comes in, 2-1 pitch to him. He's going to line this up the middle. Runner's going to come around third. He will score. It was fairly close play, but he does score. And we let up another run here in spring training, so it just continues and continues. We're not even halfway done with this episode. Oh my. Next batter comes in though. We do get the out, so we do actually get the save. We haven't blown a save yet this year, which is kind of hard to believe because it's been pretty atrocious. But into our next game, playing against the Boston Red Sox, a team we don't really play that much being in the National League. That's one thing that's cool about spring training. You get to play some American League teams, but we do get the strikeout right there for the out. And then with 2 outs, 1-1 count to the batter. Here's the pitch. Another bad call. We fall behind 2-1, so the bad calls just continue to happen. 2-1, 2 out though. He's going to line this one to the second baseman who makes an easy catch. And we get another 1-2-3 inning. So nice to see another one of those from Jack Davis. At least those have kept us having damage control, but gonna improve our changeup control a little bit. That's one of the things we're trying to improve this year. Getting into the last 2 weeks of spring training, playing against the Yankees again. We are up 1-0 in this game, and the first batter's gonna line this one up the middle for a base hit. You know, a lot of the things is they haven't drilled these balls. It's not like they're hitting smoking line drives. A lot of the balls have just found holes. You know, they've hit a lot of standard fly balls, finding gaps. There's another example. Ground ball finds a gap. So sometimes I feel like when you're pitching bad, I mean, you get a little bit of bad luck. I don't like believe in like luck or anything. It's just coincidental, but sometimes it happens, you know, and sometimes you're pitching bad and then you start to get some bad luck on top of it, and you know, there's nothing you can do. Stuff like that happens. There's another ground ball that found its way just through a hole, and you know, if those were all right to players, we would have got the save instead of letting up that run. Luckily, the Mets still won the game 2-1, so we only let up 1 run in the game. Thank goodness Jacob deGrom came in with no outs, runners on first and second, and got us out of that situation. Playing the Braves in our next game, we're going to strike out a batter. We're coming in with the bases loaded. I did not get any of these runners on base. Oh no, there's only a runner at first, sorry. 3-2 though, we're going to get a strikeout on the sinker, and we pick up the save right there, so good job for Jack Davis. As I said, he's at least bounced back and had a couple good appearances here in the spring, but still embarrassing spring training. Next training session, we did struggle quite a bit. 500 training points onto our last pitch. That one's going to miss, so we only get the bronze medal. At least we do get a medal, but it would have been nice to at least have 800 points to get that silver medal. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. Next game, playing against Cardinals again, another 1-run lead against them. First batter's going to hit a fly ball. This is to left field. The left fielder doesn't even really have to move that much. He'll make the catch, and we get the out. Next batter comes in. We actually fall behind 3-0, coming back with a pitch, but we don't get a strike. It's ball 4. And we walk another batter. Actually, we've walked quite a bit of guys here in the spring training. But 2 out, and as you see, a guy with a blue strike zone all over comes in. It's not even going to matter because the runner gets caught stealing. How do you get caught stealing during a ball game? That is a huge, huge no. Jacob deGrom's down there in a bullpen celebrating. He's still in the Mets after all this time here in 2022, which is nice. Next game, we come in. This is the game we come in with the bases loaded, and our idiot shortstop decides to make one of the worst plays I've ever seen. I could have made a better play than that, and I'm not a real-life baseball player. Look at this. He hits it on the ground, routine ground ball. He fields it, and then what's he doing? He's like, makes a terrible throw, takes forever to do it. It's embarrassing. Run ends up scoring because of it. Luckily, we do strike out the next batter and tag him, so no runs against me right there. Pretty much a perfect game for me, but thanks a lot to our shortstop. Run scored. Luckily, it doesn't affect my ERA. Playing against the Nationals in our next game. First batter hits one to right field. I said batter really weird there. First batter hits one to right field. and we make the catch. Then on 2 outs, we get a no-2 count trying to end this game, and yes sir, 100 miles an hour on the strikeout, and we get out of it. So actually putting a couple games together that are good to end spring training. We got our ERA down to 4.82, 13 strikeouts and 9.1 innings, 9 saves and I think 10 save opportunities. Averages though, .333 for both. So playing against the Cubs. Cubs are still a really good team here in 2022. They've definitely built a dynasty. I think they've won a couple World Series here in this road to the show. I don't remember who's won every year, but they've been pretty good, and they still have a lot of their core players that they do now in real life. So they've stuck together as a team, and they've, you know, really been dominant. But 2-1, we did get a runner on first base, but no problem. We're going to get the out right there. Our third baseman was hesitant, but that does it for our spring training. And now you guys have wanted to see this, so let's take a look at our roster. First off, we went 15-13 in spring training. Not that it matters, but that's what happened. Taking a look, though, at my stats before we do our roster. 10 saves, 5 walks, 13 strikeouts. Actually not as bad in the walks department as I thought. ERA was 4.35, so we were able to bring it down. It was like 6 something middle of spring training. I think it was like 2.9, kind of what last season was over the last week or two. So a little bit better, but look at this. The Mets are 22nd ranked overall. How are we 22nd in those rankings? Want to know something worse? The Padres are 7th. If the Padres become a winning team and the Mets become a losing team, oh my, am I going to be mad. For those of you just new to the series, I left the Padres for the Mets because they sucked. But taking a look at our roster, because some of you asked for it in the comments, Archie Bradley, our main starting pitcher, 29 years old, 92 overall. I think he'll be good. We got Zach Wheeler behind him, 89 overall at the age of 31. Then Luis Rodriguez, 84. Brendan Finnegan at 83. He's 28 years old. And 81, Rafael Montero. So a decent lineup. Nothing super amazing, but we do have a good 1-2 punch. It's our bullpen that struggles. Fernando Rodriguez is somehow on the team, but look at that. 3 guys in the 50s. And I'm the best person in the bullpen. I mean, that makes sense. I'm the closer. I'm an 85 overall. I fell one. I was actually 86 at the end of last season, but those training points got to me a little bit. But looking at our lineup, we got an 82 and 83 in there. Logan Morrison's on the team. He's 77 overall. He's 34 years old now. And a bunch of high 70s, really. So our offense is pretty crappy. Our pitching is okay. It's our bullpen that's really bad. If we can get some bullpen and trade for a little bit of offense, hopefully the Mets can still have a winning record this year. I don't know. We'll see what happens, guys. That's going to be it for this episode. Tomorrow we'll be starting the 2022 regular season. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this series. For now, we'll see you next time. I'm Mr. Affleck 9916. Peace.